Hello and welcome everybody to the course SNDSMC. So I hope everyone is doing good. So today I will be talking about the Quasimodo level. So here is okay. It is basically known as the QML as well. So what exactly is QML? It is a basically derived from the Malaysian support and resistance or Malaysian supply and demand traders. So what basically QML is? Whenever price makes a higher high, a higher low, and another higher high, and makes a lower low. So that is where the formation of the QML is. So you will be looking for sells around the previous higher high, and the stop loss will be at this higher high. So the entry will be at here, the stop loss will be here. So stop loss on the top and entry and the here. So we have a formation of the higher high, a higher low, and another higher high, and another lower low. So after breaking this lower low, higher low, we can now determine, yeah, this is QML. So it is basically an over and under pattern for you to see. It is also known as over and under pattern. You can see this as a head and shoulder pattern as well, because this is a head and shoulder pattern. But you see, in this head and shoulder pattern, we have the formation of equal lows right here. So people look for entry at the shoulder and stop loss at the head. Okay, so we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But what we have here, we have a higher high, higher high, and lower low. So that is what the difference between the head and shoulder and the Quasimodo. Okay, so let's just give some more examples here. So whenever price makes a higher low, lower high, lower low, higher high. So you see, we have formation of lower low, lower high, and another lower low, and we have the formation of a higher high. Okay, so after breaking this lower high, now we know this is the formation of QML. So the entry will be at the previous lower low, and the stop loss will be here. So you will be looking for an enter here with the stop loss of this zone and targeting the highs. So you will wait for it to mitigate this zone and give us some sort of reaction here. So this can also be a good QML level. This one. So that is how we determine things. So some more examples like the if price making some sort of higher high, higher high and break the lows. So you will look for entry around here. So here your entry will be and the stop loss will be here. Same thing for sells. So for buys, so we'll look for entry around here and the stop loss will be here. So this can also be used as a stop hunt BMS RTO thing. So what exactly the stop hunt BMS RTO thing? Whenever price makes a some form of liquidity and takes out the high and give a normal BMS towards the downside. So we have some sort of liquidity structure here. Liquidity kind of structure here. We have formation of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and this higher high has taken out all those higher highs, previous higher highs, and given a nice breaking market structure towards the downside. So we have a stop hunt towards the upside and BMS towards the downside, and we will look for entry around this higher high, looking for targeting this lows. So we will enter around here by targeting the lows. Okay, so that is how these things works. And stop loss just above the previous higher high. So let's just go on real chart and explain these things to you. So now you see we have this on Euro USD chart. So we have formation of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and lower low. So what we have here, we have this higher high, this higher high, and this higher high. Okay, and we have this higher low, this higher low, and this higher low. So now we have a breaking market structure towards the downside, and this will be a lower low. Sorry, this is a lower low. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we have a breaking market structure towards the downside. So this low also got taken out. So where we will look for sells, we will look for sells at previous higher high and the stop loss just above the this higher high, the last higher high, and we look for enter around here. So this will be our entry. So you see that's what happened exactly, and price has taken out the liquidity. So this targeting those internal liquidity. So this just given us a nice 1:12 ratio reward rate. Okay, so let's just give another example to you. So now for buys, like I just explained you one thing here, like we can build some sort of liquidity like this and a stop hunt and BMS towards upside. So where you will look for buys, you will look for buys around the last candle, which is responsible for taking out all those liquidity. So we have a higher low, higher high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. Okay, so this will be your good entry point and targeting some sort of liquidity down the upside, and price might come again, mitigate the lows, and boom towards the upside. So the same thing here, we had a liquidity, some sort of liquidity up there, formation of liquidity. And what happened exactly? Price just mitigated and taken out all this liquidity and given us a nice breaking market structure towards the upside. So we will select this zone as a buy spot of interest and targeting the highs. Okay, so this all these highs will be your target now. So this can be a good 1:7 ratio reward rate, but you can now refine on lower time frame as well for watching those the last candle. So you see this is the last candle here. So you can just move your entry towards here. So what we have now here is lower. What we have here is 1 second. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we have a higher high here. So we have taking market structure towards the upside, and the entry will be here. The stop loss will be here. So you can just select the whole last candle as your point of interest. And what's happened here is price has mitigated the last candle, the last order block as your point of interest in QML and mitigated this zone. So this last candle can be a good entry. And what happened exactly? This just given some sort of 1:7 what rate. So that is how you determine the QML for buys and sells. So this just become a good sell zone. Entry around here, stop loss above this one, high, and sells here. As I just explained, you're targeting all these lows, and we had a buys around here targeting all these highs. So that is how we see things here. And we have another formation of QML here. You see, we have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is a high high. So after formation of this higher high, we have the lower low. Okay, so this just become a low QML level. So your entry will be here and stop loss just above this level. Okay, so you will look for cells around here targeting these lows. So that is how these things work. So this can be a nice QML, but this also form some sort of equal highs structure. So this can also be a good, this can also be a low probability trade, but this might work because we have a QML formation here. Okay, so we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. So after making this higher high, we have a lower low. Okay, so yeah, this can be a good formation of QML. So we look for cells around here and targeting all these lows. So let's just move towards another. So now we are in sorry we are in New Zealand USD chart and ZD USD. So this is a lower high, this is the lower low, this is the lower high, this is the lower low, and this is another high high. This is the higher low, and this is sorry lower low, and this is the higher high. So we can look for this kind of setup as well, targeting these as a form of entry and the stop loss just below this one. You see what happened here, entry around here, the stop loss just below this last lower low and targeting the highs. So what happened here, it was a nice 1:5 trade, and if we might look for taking out the liquidity, so this liquidity also got taken out. So this just become a 1:11 ratio trade. So that is how we also see like where the QML formation is. So it is basically the same thing over again. I will explain the same thing here, like formation of higher high, higher low, higher high, and lower low, and entry around this previous higher high, and the stop loss just above here. So you will look for enter here and stop loss just above this one. That is how you consider the liquidity combining the QML pattern. So that's for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.